Hello and welcome. I am Radish and I'd like to invite you to tour my new build. My little caravan was built for the Home Sweet Home block party competition. I needed a small, compact idea that could be built in a day. At the time, Blizzard had announced that floating houses would be a feature and not a bug. Thus, the tiny caravan home was born. All up, the entire build took one solid, sleepless day, starting at 7 a.m. Monday morning to 7 a.m. Tuesday morning, just in time for the no-build embargo. My fellow competitors stopped by for visits, and I hate to think what the odds were for my finishing on time. I'm not happy with the wheels. Their irregular shape bothers me, and I regret not using the round platforms instead. I'm not sure people noticed the raptor trying to hatch eggs in the chicken coop. At least, I hope it's a hatchery and not a fine dining establishment. By now, you're all wondering what pulls such a large wheeled structure. Just got to find a brutosaur big enough and hire a tauren to manage it. The deck is the party area. It makes a great place to spy on the neighbours or a space to party. It's just the next morning clean-up that's a pain. When I was building, I wanted the outside and the inside spaces to match. But the entry closet was not reflected in the outside, so I made the porch area to mimic the outside porch. This way, the house was revealed as the door was opened for dramatic effect. The tiny house fitted into a medium square room with a vaulted ceiling that became the ceiling for the caravan. That gave ample room for the garden seen through the windows. The cupboards, tucked under the stairs, were so frustrating to build because the beam platforms don't have straight edges. The kitchen does suffer for my lack of time. I wanted the cupboard doors on the window side bench, but in the rush forgot them. I wanted the cupboards to look built in, so I had to be careful about placing the beams so the curve was in the same place for each segment. The cupboards store ingredients ready to go, a nice surprise for those that stay to open them. The Riverbend jars are my homage to the 50s and 60s decor when kitchen canisters came in threes. It's in the kitchen that I start a bit of storytelling. Blueberries in the sink, ready for washing. A plate of fruit nearby ready to receive the washed fruit. People live here. Food cooking on the stove and a steaming dish on the table ready for serving. All say mealtime is close. A scan around the main living area shows a blend of greens, purples and blues taken from the Cenarian rectangular rug used in the lounge. They blend beautifully with the rich brown of the Belamath wood. The walls were a pain to line up. I'd think they were perfectly aligned and I'd leave the house only to return to moved tables. Once that happened, it seemed impossible to rotate them back into place. I'd blame my add-ons, but I was not using them just for that buggy reason. The space under the stairs was the perfect place to put the bath. Accessible to a night elf-sized persons, but maybe not kitties. Yeah, that cat's not going to... Oh, look at that. She made it. The inside windows were positioned to match the outside. Beams under the windows create extra seating for those crowded parties. Or, just to sit and dry your toes. You know she's watching you. To the left is the bedroom. where a bench sits on the far wall for those putting on shoes moments. Beside the bed, a lamp and a book sit on the table, ready for relaxation time. It's so comfortable up here, I'm not sure if I should rug up in pyjamas and read that book or sleep naked. The storage area to the right suffered most from the lack of time. I finished it last, and it shows. While the storage cupboards look good with their dies, I didn't have a focus of interest, and it's all rather boring, but does give a great view of the living area. It's time to go, and soon my little caravan will be torn down for the next big project. The very notion leaves me sad. Let's hope Blizzard gives us a way to save our builds for the future. Thank you, folks, for listening to my thoughts on my caravan. I've fallen in love with it, and I hope you have too. If you have, then hit that like button or even subscribe so you're notified of further content. So long, peoples. See you in the next build.